makeup that will never date or go out of style. My name is Faye. I'm a makeup and hair artist of 16 years now, and I'm the founder of Faye Smith Agency, representing over 100 artists across Canada. Today I'm going to teach you a absolutely easy, everyday makeup look that is classic and will never go out of style. So even if you're watching this video in 4 years, 10 years time, this style is still going to be in. So let's start things off by talking about skincare, because it is so important. If your makeup is not looking nice and smooth and hydrated, it's because your skincare is not up to scratch. So let me just give you a quick run through of what I do on the day-to-day. Eye cream is an absolute must. If you find that your concealer is getting all creasy underneath the eyes, make sure to apply lots of eye cream before putting your makeup on. I like to use a lash growth serum every day. Growing my lashes long is key to this look because it's all about the lashes. I absolutely love this lotion mist from East 29th. It's organic, locally made in Vancouver, which I absolutely love, and it's super, super light. It's like a liquid and it just absorbs right into your skin, almost like a toner for maximum hydration. If you haven't heard about snail slime, I love it. I'm a huge fan. Cosrx is the brand that I like to use, and I have so many of their products. The snail slime is extremely hydrating, but it really absorbs into the skin. Again, hydration is key, but anything you put underneath your makeup needs to be light in consistency, no heavy oils and no heavy creams. Lastly, SPF. This one's from Cosrx too, but there's lots of great SPFs out there. Again, just make sure you're choosing one light in consistency. Protecting your skin from the sun and chemicals and all that gross pollution is absolutely key to staying young and youthful. Let's dive into the makeup now. So let's talk about primer. I always explain primer as painting a wall. So imagine you have a wall, it has some holes in it, it's got some discoloration from, paint from the past. You're not just gonna go in and put your color right on top. You're gonna first of all fill in the holes and put a prime layer down, so you've got a nice even base with one light color before you go in and put the color on top. It is the absolute same with your skin. So a primer is gonna fill in the pores, the little crevices of our face. It's gonna help to blur fine lines, and most importantly, it's gonna help to make the makeup stick onto the face. Now, a lot of people get concerned about using primers on a day-to-day basis because yes, some can clog your pores. This is why I absolutely love this one from Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics. Any cosmetics that I put on my face on a day-to-day basis is going to be minerals, because it's going to let my skin breathe and heal while I'm wearing makeup, which is so important. If you're finding that your skin is breaking out, it's probably because you're using bad cosmetics or you need to clean your brushes. So let's apply a layer of this all over the face. And it literally feels like silk. It feels so nice. The next step is going to be concealer, and let me tell you, since the beginning of my career, concealer formulas have come such a long way. It used to be all like thick, very cakey looking. Now everything is all about, more natural looking makeup. Your makeup is almost like skincare, and products are really amazing these days. I absolutely love this one that I discovered this year from Lancome. It's a serum concealer, it's a liquid, and it is unbelievably hydrating. It never creases underneath my eyes, and it really just kind of lets my skin shine through a little bit and look very natural, all while covering up my imperfections. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this underneath my eyes, and then in any little red areas, or if I have any areas with blemishes, and I'm gonna blend it with a beauty blender. I always dampen my beauty blender with water, which is gonna make it expand, and then it's gonna stop it from absorbing up all of the product, so that's really important. It doesn't have to be the beauty blender brand, honestly. I buy bags of these from Amazon and it's very affordable. But a beauty blender really pushes the product in to your skin, and again helps it look more like skin than makeup. So I'm just piling it on underneath my eyes, around my nose, between my eyebrows because I get quite pink there. And honestly, I'm pretty lucky with my skin today. There's not too many blemishes going on, but I just have a few little areas where there's redness where maybe a blemish once was. And I find my chin gets quite red too. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and press it in with my beauty blender. So I wanna kind of pat it and keep the product mostly in the area where I placed it, and I'm just kind of blending outwards a little bit and onto the rest of my face. If you find that you've got lots of discoloration or really dark circles under the eyes or blemishes, you might find that you need to add a little bit more. But we're just using the product sparingly. So again, keeping that really hydrated, natural look to the skin that is always going to be timeless and classic. Cream blushes have become all the rage this year. They're amazing for all ages too. Powders, obviously, as we get older, there's concerns about using powders because it can settle into lines and make our skin look worse rather than better. So creams are amazing. They're absolutely amazing for like teens as well, because again, we're looking for that really young, youthful look. So I'm feeling like being bright today, so I'm going to use Parfait that's a bit more of a pinky color, and I'm just going to go on the apples of my cheeks and literally just draw some little circles to begin with. And I'm going to use my beauty blender, or you can use fingers to just blend it out onto the apples of the cheeks. And the amount that you apply is completely up to you. Some people absolutely love blush and they absolutely pile it on, and other people like just a little tint. So that's your personal preference. If at any point you feel like you've put too much on or you need to blend, you can use the side of the sponge that had your concealer on just to kind of blend it from below. Okay, I want a little bit more here. Put that on there. I like blush, you know, I think it brightens the face. I like to bring my blush up onto the top of my cheekbones a little bit because it gives a bit more of that slimming look, kind of like contour. Whereas if you just put blush on the apples of the cheeks, it gives a bit more of a rounder look to the face. Again, placement is personal preference, but that's what I like. I like that kind of like skinny look. Okay, so we've done primer, concealer, blush so far, 3 steps. Next we're gonna do contour. Everyone always asks me about contour. It's basically a bronzer. So I recommend using a matte bronzer. There's different shades for different skin tones, of course. Some people prefer more taupey if they're fair. I like to have something a little bit warmer because I like a little bit of color in my skin. So make sure to pick one that's suitable for your skin tone. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the shadows back into the face. So again, just think about it like a piece of paper. If you color everything in one color, it makes everything flat like a piece of paper. We now want to go in and put the shadows back into our face so that we have our features again. This is really important if you're going to be somewhere where you're going to have pictures, which I feel like we have pictures taken on the day-to-day at the moment, you know, with those phones. So I'm taking a brush that's suitable for the size of my face here. It's a nice kind of medium-sized round fluffy brush. If I were to use one bigger, it's going to make bronzy color go all over my face, and I'm wanting to get into this little targeted area right here. I always say just go less. Don't be like dabbing the brush in here and putting tons on here, and then you're going to just put a big stripe that can't be blended. So less is more. You can always add more. So I'm going to go underneath the cheekbone. You can kind of feel the hollow of the face there, between the cheekbone and the jawline. So kind of in the middle there, you can kind of feel where the skull kind of dips in. It's going to go right in there, about halfway between the ear and the nose. You can just do little back and forth motions and kind of go up and down a little bit to blend. And again, the amount is totally personal preference, but the timeless look is definitely softer. You can also go in and put a little bit of color to the top of the forehead. This really is only necessary if you have a bit of a longer forehead. If you have a really small forehead, which we all have different size foreheads, then, you know, it's not really necessary to add that. Putting a shadow in here is going to kind of make the forehead just look a little bit smaller, and it's also distributing this bronzy color throughout the course of the face rather than just in one random spot. I also like to take it along my jawline a little bit just to give like a little bit of definition between the face and the neck. It's gonna make you look a little bit skinnier, you know, and blend it down the neck here. And then you can also go in and shade the sides of the nose. Recently I've been using my bigger brush to do this because I want it to look super natural. But if you're looking for a little bit more of a chiseled nose look, you can definitely downsize to a much smaller round fluffy brush. For me, I like to just, you know, not have to clean 10,000 brushes every day. Okay, so the next step is going to be highlighter. Highlighter is going to add a little bit of a glow to our face, kind of making you look like you just had a facial. You know, really nice quality skin is always going to be a good look for anybody. There's 2 different kind of highlighters that I love, both from the Youngblood line. One is a powder, and this comes in lots of different shades. So again, if you're fair, something like quartz is going to be perfect. And then there's warmer colors for warmer skin tones as well. You could also use a liquid highlighter as well. So liquid highlighter has been super fashionable this year. Again, wanting skin to look like skin. So I'll just try both for you. I'll do powder on one side and cream on the other, so you can see what they both look like. So I like to use the same brush for multiple things on my face. So I'm just gonna take the same contour brush, wipe it off on a Kleenex so I don't have that contour color anymore, and then I can use the same brush. I'm all for having less brushes and having to clean less brushes. So I'm gonna go on the top of the cheekbone. So the highlight is going to highlight the top, the high points of the face. So places that protrude, so the top of the cheekbone, top of the nose, top of the brow bone, even the chin and the cupid's bow. Those are all areas of the face that protrude, so they naturally catch more light. So that's where we're wanting to pull out the high points of the face, where the contour deepens the low points of the face. And if I am confusing you, I'm sorry, but leave me a comment down here and I'll be happy to answer your question. Okay, so highlight is kind of something that it just catches the light. It's not super visible, so you really can't go wrong with it. Let's do the liquid on the other side. So with liquid, you have to be very careful because we don't want to be mushing around the rest of the makeup that we've done. So you can use fingers or a beauty blender. I'm going to just plonk this on top of my cheekbone with my fingers to place it, and then I'm going to grab my beauty blender again and just push that product into the skin. So this side is going to look like more natural, more subtle, you know, more like skin, whereas this side is going to have more of that, a little bit more of an artificial glow. It's going to be more dramatic versus soft and natural. Both are fine, completely up to you. Maybe you want to do this one on the nighttime and this one on the daytime. Maybe you're really concerned about powders on your face and you want to stick with this one. It's up to you. They both do the same things, just different levels of drama. Okay, if you have watched any of my previous videos or if you've had a lesson with me, you will know that my all-time favorite product is the Youngblood Mineral Foundation. Seriously, cannot live without this. So I want to just kind of like seal my makeup a little bit and add a touch more coverage. So this is a sheer to full coverage mineral foundation. So it is a foundation, it is a powder, but when it settles in with the natural oils in your skin, it's gonna start to glow and look much more like a liquid foundation. I really love it because it's super natural, super easy to use. You can build it up and make it a full coverage foundation if you want to, or literally just dust a little bit on and it'll give a bit more of like a tinted moisturizer kind of look, and powders don't expire like liquids do. So this is my favorite. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of set my under eyes a little bit, set the areas where I could put the concealer. I'm not gonna go over my blush, contour and highlight. I'm not gonna do too much on the forehead, literally just dusting it where I put that concealer, a little bit of extra coverage, and it's setting it so that it doesn't move and slide up throughout the course of the day. Anytime that you put a liquid or a cream on the face, you do want to set it with a little bit of powder, otherwise it's just going to stay tacky and it will just slide off your face throughout the day. So I've kind of decanted a little bit into the lid. I've got a nice fluffy powder brush and I'm literally just kind of patting it on to begin with in the areas where I want that coverage. And again, the amount that you put on is totally up to you. Once I've patted it on, I'm just going to blend it with little circular motions. Again, do not go over your contour and highlight. You can do the bottom of the jawline here where you've got no coverage. And it's just going to blend everything together really naturally. Always down the neck too. All right, so let's dive into the fun stuff, the eyes. I'm gonna make this super duper easy for you because this isn't an everyday makeup look, and the majority of people, when I teach my lessons, they wanna spend 5 to 10 minutes on their makeup. So this look that I'm teaching you today is a 5 to 10 minute makeup. Okay, so we've got that beautiful highlight on the skin. I'm gonna bring it into the eyes a little bit, just so that we've got that glow kind of again scattered throughout the course of the face. Just like we did with the contour. It kind of looks weird when you just have one random spot, so if you can kind of add it into the rest of the face, it looks much better. I'm just going to use a finger and just pop on a little bit underneath my brow bone for a little bit of a glow. And I really like to put this on the inner eye. Fingers are great because it's, you know, you don't have to clean the brush, it blends really easy, and it applies a good amount of product. That's as easy as it can be. If you want to do the highlight on the top of the nose, or the top of the lip, you can absolutely add those things in too. Okay, this is so easy. Jane Iredale has these cream eyeshadow sticks. I really love to use this as a smoked out eyeliner. You can create a smoked out eyeliner in whatever color you want in like 30 seconds. It's amazing. The color I'm gonna use today is bronze. Bronze is, again, like it's a timeless look. Bronze is, it's never gonna go out of fashion. It's always gonna look classic, it's always gonna look good. You're going into darker colors, I'd probably choose a gray over a black. Black is very harsh. Having said that, if you're a deeper skin tone, black looks really nice and soft on you. So again, adjusting the colors for your skin tone. For me, I'm gonna use bronze today. So it looks like a giant eye pencil, basically. And I'm just gonna draw it on like an eyeliner about half the way along my lash line from the outside in. And then I'm gonna blend it with an itty bitty brush like this. I used to think that lash primers were just like a gimmicky product, but I recently discovered this one from Lancome, and I swear it makes such a difference. It hydrates the lashes, kind of like elongates them a little bit too. So I apply this, it's like a white mascara, and let it dry until it goes clear, and then I put my mascara on top, and it just does something magical to my lashes. And this look, because I'm going quite minimal with my eyes, really is all about the lashes. So while this lash primer is drying, I like to use up all of my time. Let's do the brows. There's so many different brow products, and honestly, you can't go wrong. There's pencils, pomades, there's powders. It is up to you what you use, but I really like to use this one from Sappho. So this brush is absolutely perfect for a gel brow product, and gel is really long lasting and it can give quite a defined look quite quickly. I would definitely say with eyebrows, more timeless look for the brows is more natural though. So I'm gonna try and create a more natural look than I would do normally. So first of all, we're gonna wanna brush through the brow hairs. So that's just gonna kind of like, you know, give us a good opportunity to put in a nice shape before you start coloring them in. Then you know exactly where to color them in. So I just brush the hairs up, and then I take the spoolie and kind of comb along the top. Just getting my brow hairs into a nice shape and making them nice and fluffy. So I'm gonna dip into the pomade here. Go easy on it if you're going for natural. It's a very potent product. And I always like to kind of start along the top of my eyebrow and just sculpt the shape on the top, like so. I'm using a light hand. If you press hard, you're gonna get more color out, and if you have a light hand, press lightly, you'll have a more natural look. Then I like to kind of go along the bottom here, just to make that nice and crisp underneath there. So I like to keep this area a bit more fluffy, so I'm just not gonna line that a little bit in the inside there. So I'm just kind of turning the brush horizontal now and just drawing in little hair strokes, turning my brush to basically be in the direction that the hairs are growing. So if the hairs are growing diagonally up, turn it that way. If they're growing down, turn it that way. And we're just doing little brush strokes, again with a very light hand. And then we're gonna brush it through with a spoolie afterwards, and it'll just give a nice natural eyebrow. That's pretty quick and easy to do. Now I'm gonna do the other one. Okay, my lash primer is now dry. It is now no longer white and it's clear, so I'm ready to put my mascara on. My mascara of choice is the Yumi one. So Yumi is the brand that I use for lash lifts in my beauty salon, Prim and Proper, in Gastown. And it is really amazing to use if you're getting lash lifts done, because it's very hydrating for your lashes as well. A lot of the cheaper mascaras are quite damaging to your lashes, so it's really nice to keep your lashes nice and healthy, just like you would do the hair on your head. Thank you. Everybody pulls the mascara face like this. That's my mascara face. Everybody has their own mascara face, and that one is mine. Okay, so all we gotta do to finish this look is lips, and lips is totally up to you, what you're doing, what the occasion is, and what you're wearing. So for me today, it is a daytime look. I'm wearing cream. I'm just gonna go with something nice and light and natural. I do find if you wanna kind of spice up this really classic, timeless, everyday look, putting a pop of color in the lip is really nice. Like you can turn this into a really easy evening look by adding a red lip. So yeah, you can have fun with the lips. Today I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I have so many things with me. I have lip stains, I have lip liner, I have lip gloss. So the fastest and easiest one I find is a tinted lip gloss. This is a lightly tinted pink from Youngblood. So let's go with this, and then I'm just gonna use a lip liner just to add a little bit of definition and color to my lip, really quick and easy for this everyday look. You know it's a good lip gloss when it's almost empty. Cool, and so now I just want to define it just a tiny bit more, so I'm going to use this wonderful lip liner from Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics in shade Plum. So it's got a little bit of a purple tone, which is quite complementary to the pink tone of the gloss, and it's just nice and natural looking. So that's the finished look, you guys. This is the classic, timeless, never goes out of fashion makeup look that I hope you will enjoy and be able to follow along with this video. This year, the #1 service booked at my salon in Gastown, Vancouver has been makeup lessons. People of all kinds like to come in for makeup lessons, whether it's a mom bringing in her teen to learn how to do makeup for the first time, or perhaps someone that's heading, past their 40s and feels that they've been doing the same makeup since they're 20 and they need to know all the new modern techniques, or even if you're a professional looking to learn how to apply makeup on other people. This is what I do most of the time, is makeup lessons. So if you're in Vancouver or traveling to Vancouver, please do reach out to me if you'd like to book a lesson. And I'm also offering lessons on Zoom too. All of the Youngblood products are available at primpandproper.com, which is my online shop. And for any products that's available anywhere else, I'll make sure to link them for you. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was useful to you. If you enjoyed it, please remember to subscribe and follow me on Instagram.